Goth Girl. Things are okay with me. How are they with you? And let me know if the sound's okay, because I've messed around with a lot of settings tonight. Get Chatterpole on my phone as well so I can keep a better eye on it. Yeah, I saw that, Goth Girl. I'm so pleased for you. Welcome to the Envy Club. Oh. I'm sorry to hear about the second part. That really sucks. Mic could come up a bit, could it? Okay. I'm actually just going to bring it closer to me because it's on maximum. So please excuse any scraping sounds. I'm actually going to turn the music volume down a tiny bit as well because it's far too loud for me. Oh, too far. There we go. That's better. Right. So I'll be starting very soon. I'm just gonna do a violence to a blister pack first. And nobody needs to see that on camera. Unfortunately, you do have to hear it though. Oh dear. Also, then no one can see me massacring the rules that came, the instructions that came with it. You just have to take my word for it. There we go. Alright, be gone, foul blister pack. Yeah, I'm not into that kind of thing, Goth Girl. You're all good. Okay. Hello. Got the gloves on today. Today's been a bit of a rough one for me. Up until about 10 minutes ago, I was wearing my sunglasses and had my hood up, even though I've been inside all day. Because I have had the most horrendous migraine. Taken loads of painkillers for it and nothing has gotten rid of it. So I've just worked an entire day putting together a handover document ready for when I leave my job. With a slamming migraine and the world's worst case of light sensitivity. Which is why I decided to start the stream early, because I needed something chill. But the migraine's gone now. It's almost like it went away, especially for this stream. So today, we're going to build Space Marine Sorcerer. I think that might be back to front. That is very definitely back to front, isn't it? There's something for me to fix later. So I took him out of the blister pack. Hey, Buff Grinch. It hobby time, yeah. I wanted to get started early today. Get some real hardcore hobby time in, as it were. Hey there, Grox. How you doing? Yes, we're going to be doing a fancy wizard today. There he is. So, Slow bought me this guy last time we went to Warhammer World. So it's kind of special that he's built on stream today. This is a little Christmas present. It's also the day that the Hobby Squig was born. My little avatar. That was the day that Slow commissioned Snipe to draw my lovely little Squigzona. So this evil wizardy dude has a weird amount of fond memories attached to him for me. Purge of the Pit was a good day. Even though I didn't play in it. I was just there with all my hobby gear in a couple of bags and boxes, loaning people glue and like blades and stuff, and helping them put their miniatures together. I didn't actually put any of my own together that day, but it was really, really fun to just hang out with folks from the community and, you know, talk. So I'm actually, because there's only one miniature on this sprue, I'm going to cut all the pieces out first. And then... oh, that's not going to come off. We'll go there. And then I'll put them together based on the instructions, which for you folks are back to front. Sorry about that. Squigzard. You know, I don't think the Night Lords would be particularly fond of the idea of working with orcs, let alone squigs. I am super tempted at some point in the future to do a little orc army and have them like dressed up as different Space Marine chapters and legions. I think that'd be really fun. You know, just a silly little thing. Could have a pirate off with some freebooters, that'd be awesome. Squigs with bat wings are fucking awesome, and I want some. Oh, the sprue cut itself there. Nice. One less job for me. Oh, Gothgo, that would be so cool. I may have to commission one of the extremely talented 40k artists in the community to do that at some point when I've got some money. Which is not today, because I've just paid the mortgage for the month. Owning your own home is great, but... wait. Being beholden to somebody else, paying rent to them and basically throwing money down into a pit where you're never going to see any return from it sucks, but at the same time, like, new boilers are expensive. And, you know, all these little things that you just don't think about that somebody else pays for when you're renting. I don't begrudge the fact that I have my own home. I'm very, very lucky. It's just sort of weird, you know? In Squig Night clad, yes. Love it. Love it. I am just spanging off little bits of sprue everywhere tonight. It's like I don't care. Oh, that was ages ago, Goth Girl. It was literally the week after we moved in. And for those of you that don't know, I currently work for an energy company, and it wasn't as staff friendly as I thought it would be to get a boiler through them with a discount. Like, with a 20% discount, they were still more expensive than the local place that we ended up going with. But because it happened the week after we moved in, our home insurance hadn't legally kicked in yet, so we had to pay for it all ourselves and couldn't claim on the insurance for it. Really sucked. But now we've got a shiny new boiler that's only 3 years old, and we take good care of it, or we try to. So hopefully it will last us quite some time. It's just like it was just a really good example of the kind of things that you just don't think about when you're desperate to get out of rented accommodation. So I'm just doing my usual trick of scraping the blade across any sprue bits, or where they were connected at least. This piece doesn't want to come off, so I'm gonna snip it off. Ooh, almost. Be careful when handling knives, folks. Do not, if you are a clumsy squig like me, just pick them up willy-nilly. He's dangerous. Yeah, so just gonna tidy up those bits. Don't be careful, scars add character. To the miniatures, not necessarily to me. There's always those little bits that are just in really annoying places. Yeah, I'm gonna damage his pack. Ah, well. Like Goth Girl said, scars add character. I'm usually pretty blasé about that kind of stuff. Like, Slow is a perfectionist, and I find that very endearing personally, but I used to be a perfectionist when it came to stuff like this, and as a result I never built anything. So now I just do it. Throw caution to the wind, or as the oatmeal puts it, strap a butterfly to your genitals and see where it takes you. Yeah, Buffrinch, that makes sense. I mean, you lose a certain amount of dexterity if you're wearing gauntlets. I mean, I lose a certain amount of dexterity in compression gloves, and, you know, they're they're made of fabric. Ah, whatever sort of butterfly you like, Goth Girl. Heck, a moth if you like. If you are that way inclined. As long as most of the part survives, it's fine. Exactly. And if it doesn't, get something out of your bits box to replace it, and then use that for something colourful later. This sprue is weirdly harder plastic than the big sprues out of the box that I've been building my marines from. Wonder why. Yeah, it's not responding quite so well to the blade. I can totally imagine Sororitas like doing needlepoint or something like that you know, finding creative ways to show their devotion in their armour, because fucking thimbles are a nightmare. There we go. Starting to look better now. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera, but we've still got a little tiny blemish on there. And because this is a cape, I'm going to be really, really finicky about this. In fact, I'll be so finicky, I'm going to see if I've got some sandpaper in my toolkit. Possibly use that one. Got in December. Hang on. Trying to take some of the shine off of him for you. It's not working. There we go. Got in December of last year. Yeah, I bet Sisters of Battle do like crochet. Oh, this is my hobby toolkit. I've got my other snips and all of my files, which don't get a lot of use, as you may have noticed. Some good slightly bent tweezers. My drill for when I want to pin stuff. And box of blades. Actually, that might be the problem with my blade at the minute. I've had it in for a little too long. So no sandpaper though, sadly. Don't know where all that's gone. I'll have to ask Slow if I can pinch some of his. This might be a fun little learning experience for any folks that haven't used a blade before. So the component parts of a hobby blade. You can probably tell just by the dullness of it that that blade has been in too long. But yeah. So this one here, the old one, it's also got a damaged tip. So I've clearly left it in for too long and probably should have replaced it a couple of streams ago. Oh yeah, I bet the Sororitas, when they're not, you know, off doing their battle-y things, are just like super sort of WI levels of chill. Just sitting there in the blankets they've made themselves, slice of cake, you know, whole hog. So I'll see if I can show you folks what I'm doing here. So as I turn this, it tightens it up at the top, like a screw. And that stops the blade from coming out. Do be careful when you're doing what I'm doing now. I mean, preferably don't do it at all, but because the edge is quite sharp. It's a brand new blade. I only have one blade left. I have to buy some more. Come on, up you get. Put that away. Never leave them loose. I learnt that the hard way. Okay, now back to tidying this cape up. Yeah. See, now I've got a new blade in, I've got to be extra careful because it will just slice through everything like butter. Oh, if anybody wants to put something into the music queue, by the way, you can type !SR and then a space and then paste a YouTube link into chat, and the chat bot will add it to the playlist. I do have full veto power though, so you know, if you put anything dodgy on, there will be trouble. Oh, hey there, Ivan friend. Are you talking to me from your new computer? And if you are, how is it? Tell me everything. That bit's gonna be a little bugger. Actually, Grox, I'm okay with Mongolian throat singing. I quite like it. As long as it's something relatively chill, because this stream is about chilling out and having some fun hobby time with people. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear that, Ivan. After all the trouble you've had with your various bits of tech recently and all the other stuff that's gone off, I'm so glad that you've now got a shiny computer that works well. Oh, hey there's Theo. How are you doing, friend? This is an interesting little remix. Quite like it. That's really weird. He's got this teeny tiny bit of like, I want to say it's flash, on the bottom of one part of his cape. And it just feels really weird against your finger. So I'm going to get rid of it. Hey there, Brad. How you doing, friend? Okay. I think he's about there. I think Porthos just burped in his sleep. It's a weirdly cute noise, but also very gross. I don't know if the microphone picked it up, so I thought I'd best let you folks know what it was, just in case. There we go. Nice tidy cape. Because if you must have a cape, it should at least be tidy. Or magical. Magical cape's also cool. Oh, if you're wondering why it is that I keep picking a bit to trim and then turning it upside down, it's because I have been hit in the eye by little bits of Chaos Space Marine plastic in the past, and not really in the mood for that today. I will not stand for this bigotry against mundane, untidy capes. No, I like all capes. All capes are good. But you gotta wear the cape for the job you want, right? Apply stars to the cape because he's a wizard. I might actually do that. But like, tasteful stars. He's not Rincewind. I'm actually going to get one of the files out for this bit. Oh, Goth Girl, no. Oof. Oh gosh. That's a deeply unpleasant sensation. I'm not allowed near soldering irons. So I am going to choose the flat file. Where were we? Here we go. So this is just the little connecting nub, which is why I don't care about it being pretty, I just care about it being flat. And it's quicker with this very tough plastic to just do this. I can't remember who it was that said this to me, but apparently you're only supposed to file your nails in one direction when you file them. You should basically do the same with anything else as well. I've been filing my nails wrong all these years. That's going to be a point on the base as well, so let's make sure that's nice and flat. Yeah, neither did I, Goth Girl. It was like the time when I was in 6th form that one of my friends explained to me why I'd been washing my hair wrong all these years as well. Because I'd just been treating shampoo and conditioner as basically the same thing, just, you know, one of them makes your hair shiny. But you're not supposed to rub conditioner into your scalp. You're supposed to sort of run it through your hair and leave it to sit for a minute and then rinse it out. All these strange, complicated directions for looking after your body, and I don't know, it's too much like hard work as far as I'm concerned. My nails are a mess at the minute as well. Been trying really hard not to bite my nails so that you lovely folks don't have to look at my horrible jank ass hands. But as a result, my nails are really nice and long and they keep breaking. Need to get a new manicure set. The decent glass file. Oh wow, you have a lot of hair, huh, Goth Girl? I can't cope with long hair. It gets matted too easily. I have the utmost respect for anybody that can maintain sort of longer than shoulder length hair. Like, I would go full Furiosa if it wasn't for the fact that I have really bad scalp psoriasis and nobody needs that. Better. Oh gosh. It's 6 o'clock. I'd normally be starting the stream right about now. But we're halfway through prepping a sorcerer. Because I wanted to hang out with everybody. More of a main. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Fair enough, Goth Girl. And it's about what makes you feel comfortable as well. If you want long hair, that's what makes you comfortable and happy, then you have long hair. Oh, that's a really unfortunate place to have connected this to the sprue. Let's see if we can make it tidy. I bet it does, Goth Girl. Okay. Oh, it looks like this bit came off by itself. Let's see if we can tidy it up. I appreciate this is probably really difficult to actually see properly on stream because hot damn is this piece tiny. It's only a little bit bigger than my thumb. There we go. Ah yeah, you can tell I've got a new blade on because that sank into the cutting mat then. And this is why we have cutting mats. Okay, let's see what we've got there. Oh, that's going to be fun to attach. There we go. So what's everybody else been up to today? And how are you all feeling? Better the cutting mat than your leg. Yes, Ivan. You know that one from experience, don't you? Hello, Modhale. How are you doing, friend? Oh. Oh, fajitas. I haven't had proper fajitas in so long. Oh, what kind of character did you start, Grox? All good things bred. Well, except for maybe needing to suppress the existentialism at all, but good on you. Sorting your PC out and worrying about your mum. I hope she's okay, Ivan. I really do. Ooh, frisbee food. We do like some frisbee food. What flavour of frisbee food do you have, Modhale? Sneaky cat lady Imperial agent. Cool. I really need to get back into the Old Republic. I haven't played it in a little while. I've been focusing on other things, I guess. I tend to be a bit one track when it comes to games. Like, I pick a thing that I really want to play and I just play that and nothing else. I mean, streaming's helped with that because I'm playing at least 2 different games a week. Oh, that's in a really awkward place. I'm gonna have to see if I can get it out with the snips without damaging his pauldron. Oh, that might have worked. No word from the hospital yet. Well, you've got to give them time to like process everything and get her into a nice safe spot that is suitable for her. There we go. I'm sure they'll get back to you soon though, friend. And if they don't, phone them. I know it's stressful making phone calls, especially to a hospital. Especially in that situation, but the NHS are struggling at the minute. And sometimes you need to give them a little shove. Heck, that was the case before COVID. They're even more stressed now. Oh, I don't know if anybody else does this, and some of you are probably going to think this is gross, but what I was doing when I did that, I licked my finger and just sort of rubbed it on plastic. It is a really nice, quick way, I find, of just making sure that you haven't caused any damage to the plastic when you're doing something. Oh, the image is mirrored. I need to fix it, but I don't want to cause any disruptions to the stream. Hi, Slow. Slow has entered the room. Oh, I think he's come for crests. He's totally come for crests. He's not here for me. Bye, Slow. Yeah, I do really need to sort the mirroring problem out. I hadn't noticed it. It's because I've flipped the camera, so the camera is back here. And every time I was showing people stuff on previous streams, it was upside down. So I flipped the camera up so that I could just go, look, this is the thing I'm doing. And didn't realise that it was gonna... Oh yeah, Ivan, Destiny's fucking huge. Yeah, I didn't realise it was gonna also mirror the image. I probably should have thought of that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I didn't even notice any of the text on anything. I am just terrible at noticing things, apparently. My perception is low. Or I'm just rolling really badly on it all the time at the minute. One or t'other. I wonder. Let's see if we can do some live movie magic. Boom! Live movie magic. So, that should be written the right way around now. And I didn't break anything either, which is great news. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna need tweezers for this one, chat. Hang on. Let me just show you what I've got to work with here. Let's see if I can get that in shot. And if it'll actually... You see that? That's a hand with something in it. Definitely not Michael Bay effect, Scrox. There wasn't a single explosion to be had. More like J.J. Abrams, except my lens flares are accidental. Oh gosh. Yeah, and now I'm cutting off the two main bits that I could hold it by because they're not actually part of the piece. Hey there, Destroyer. How are you doing, friend? He only claims his aren't. Fair point, well made. Hey, Destroyer. I'm building the Chaos Sorcerer that Slow bought me when we were at Purge the Pit. Yes, my sleep pattern is an absolute mess at the moment. There we go. Got that nasty bit of sprue off. Okay. Let's see how small the piece is now. Okay, let's see if I can get this to actually zoom in this time. There we go. Now it's even smaller. Good job I've got tweezers. From Paisley to Pollock, that's an amazing analogy. I love it. Oh, no. No, I haven't done anything like that in years, Destroyer. I can't anymore. I'm basically an old biddy now. Yeah. Oh, this one's going to be stubborn again. Hope that's not damaged the pauldron. Only a little bit, but it's on the inside, it should be fine. But I am an approaching middle-aged person in a geriatric's body at this point, so you're fine, Destroyer. You're safe. Quiet child. You're a baby. Are you younger than Goth Girl then? Okay, that's a new one. 3 times silly face combo. Anybody know what that's all about? Oh gosh, Bread, seriously? Wow, I didn't know that. Are you about to ban Streamlabs? You timed Streamlabs out for being cheeky. Love it. You tell them. That's fab, Destroyer. I think I got a brief glimpse before I went live, so I'll go check after the stream finished. Oh, Goth Girl. I didn't even know that was a thing, Brad. I wonder if it's something I can turn off. Do it now. Oh, well, that spanged off into the distance. Get the stick out for this one. There we go. Better. Scots do have the best cutters and the most amazing street food. I'm learning so much about Scottish street food thanks to Longfang and my other Scottish friends. Just like, hot damn. Why do I have to live here when I could live somewhere that sells Deep fried pizza. Like, I know it'd probably kill me, but oh. Chips and cheese and Donna meat. Oh, yes. I mean, that's something that I can definitely get here. When the kebab place is open. It probably would be for me as well, Destroyer, but I want to try it. I won't know until I've tried it, you know? Science. Science is important. Yeah, exactly, Goth Girl. I mean, if it kills you, at least you died doing what you love. We don't have pizza crunches in England. It appears to be a Scottish thing. One of my friends asked me about them on Twitter the other day, and I was just like, I have no idea what a pizza crunch is. I mean, the idea of a curry calzone was enough to give me the vapours. Oh, do you, Goth Girl? Wish we got anything anywhere near that interesting at our fairs. Okay, so let's have a look at this guy. We've got all the bits together. We've got a couple of pieces that are too small to pin but would probably benefit from it. Especially the bloody hand. Hey Kian, how you doing, friend? Okay, so looking at the way this guy's put together, I am not going to put his back and his cape together because I want to be able to paint all of that lovely cape and all of his fabric here as well. Which may seem excessive considering you won't be able to see much of it, but it'll look a lot nicer when he's fully assembled and painted. So let's see what we can actually put together on this guy. I mean, we could do that, but then I can't get to his other leg. So it looks like the big pieces aren't going to get put together today. Oh, you didn't do the fallout, did you, Kian? How was fallouting? Falling out? No, fallouting. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be doing the smaller pieces today. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can show you folks what I've got to work with here. Okay. Oh, we've got a little bit of sprue there that needs tidying up. I'll do that first. But there we go. Right. So, gonna hope that that's actually focused now. This tiny little nub here goes into that tiny little hole there. That'll be fun. Hey Rustbot, how you doing, friend? Let's tidy this up first. Oh, you're not a big stupid, Kian. I've got like 3 years worth of games in my humble library and not all of them are activated because I just forget about them. I buy them and then I forget about them. Doesn't make you stupid, just forgetful. And that's okay. We can't be expected to remember everything all the time. And if anybody ever tells you that you should be able to remember everything all the time, then heck them. quite liked that DLC, Gosco. I thought it was quite fun. And some of the loot you got out of it was really entertaining. That's better. I've missed a load of stuff when I was prepping his staff. I was so focused on the bits that had been attached to the sprue. Shame on me. Alright, I'm done with the blade for a bit, so putting the cover back on. Very important. Oh no, Twitch went fucky. Is it working again now? Oh, fair enough, Goth Girl. I'm very, you know what? It can be an enjoyable part of the universe and not technically fit with the lore. In my mind. As long as I'm having fun, that's what matters. Oh dear. Can you see that, chat? My glue has gone a bit gloopier than glue should really gloop. Quite a lot gloopier, actually. I think the unpleasant weather this past week has encouraged some bonus adherence. I mean, my favourite one was the one with Harold? I think his name's Harold. He will be a Night Lord's Chaos Space Marine, believe it or not, Bread. He is part of the Night Lord's army that I am working on. There we go. So thankfully, those two pieces actually stuck together quite well. There's the perfect amount of overlap. It's not gone dodgy like they do sometimes when you have these small parts that have to connect to each other in really awkward ways. He's a bat wizard, yes. Okay. I think Night Lords are really fun to kit bash, aren't they, Brad? The way I described how I was building my standard Night Lords Marines to slow when I was looking for parts for them is that Night Lords are kind of like a grimdark version of Supermarket Sweep. Like, they'll just run around the battlefield and grab whatever bits of armour are knocking about. They'll, you know, rip people's arms off for a nice pauldron or whatever. So it makes sense that they'd have a mishmash of different generations of armour. Just whatever they've plucked off of the dude that they last killed. Oh, yeah, I've got one like that. Where is he? This guy. Oh, no. I forgot. There you go. See if it can actually focus on him. But bring him closer. There we go. He's not so much of a kit bash, but yeah, I had some spare parts knocking about after I'd built the dudes I wanted to build. But yeah, he's, from what Slow's told me, he's completely unplayable, but he's cool. So now he's got an arm on. Ah, okay. So the reason this piece is so small is because it's not a whole hand. It's 3 fingers and a spangly thing that go right there. I'm not sure I like the way this guy's built. Oh no, I really like the goofy bat helmets. I think they're fun. I just oh, I'm sorry, goth girl. No, I don't like the way they've elected to separate the pieces out for, because this is crazy. I just hope it goes together okay and doesn't get broken, because with these small pieces there's always a chance that it's gonna just snap off when you're carrying it somewhere. And it's so hard to see when you've got little bits that need shaving off on them as well. Okay, so tiny piece, tweezers, glued hand. Wish me luck, folks. Oh god. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So these pieces don't technically fit together properly by the looks. There's a little bit of a crack between his fingers and his hand. And it seems if I fix it in one direction, I break it in another. That's unfortunate. Oof. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some liquid green on his hand, but that's okay. It happens. Yeah, I've got a pot of liquid green knocking about, but I'll wait until it's adhered better before doing that, because otherwise I'll just knock it off with the brush. I'm gonna leave that there. So, as you all know, I don't put the packs on until everything's painted. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. So I know I've missed a few bits and bobs. Oh yeah, I did that bread with my one painted Night Lord Vulpir. I made his bat ears out of like brass etch. Cool, thank you, Destroyer. I'll bear that in mind. I don't have any Milliput at the minute though. He's a very angry looking fellow, is this sorcerer. I wonder if I've got any other heads. Oh, wait. I do have other heads. Where's my sack of Space Marine heads gone? There it is. It's time for the Space Marine head sack. I wonder. If this guy will fit. Ooh, maybe not. His shoulders are just a little too pointy. Let's dry fit the pieces and see. So it'd be like that. Oh, I think I can make that work. I'll give him a skull head. Hang on. See if I can show you. Why, thank you, Modhale. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a way of using this very metal head rather than the one that actually came with the model, because I'm difficult like that, you see. I do love myself a bit of Ruler Cool. Yep, I'm just gonna put the Screaming Space Marine head over there in the corner. So, until I paint him, I can't really do much more with this guy. Which is a shame, because I think he'll be a really nice model when he's all built up. But that's a good start, I think. Thank you, Goth Girl. He's a good head, isn't it? I think that head was from this model, who's reasonably heavily converted. Oh, I might be a bit too dark for that. There we go. Let's try that. Yeah, but I wanted to use one of the super big bat ear helmets on him, because, you know, sorcerer. I think it is, yes, Bread. Yeah, so my approach to building these guys is very, oh, that looks cool, we'll stick that on. So you're likely to see a lot of oddness in my dudes. And I kind of like that, you know. At least you know they're mine, right? Okay, so I've got a few more Space Marines to build. And then everybody's built. And if I build everything either this stream and next stream, or just in this stream, then holy heck, folks, the next stream might be a painting stream. I mean, I'll do the base coating first, like pre-stream. Nobody wants to watch me base coat for an hour. Oh, no, don't want that one either. So what I'm going to do once I've actually built all the stuff I'm supposed to build is I'm going to go through the remaining sprues I have and just cut all the extra parts off and stick them in a bag. Ooh, good luck on your trip to Aldi, Destroyer. Looking a little orange, is it? Okie doke. I will play around with things. I mean, actually, I've got... So, you folks all know that Mumsquig very kindly bought me an absolutely amazing hobby case for my birthday that's got the Squigsona on it, right? Just in case, it's that thing in the background. That's my hobby case. That's where all my stuff's going to live from now on. So I bought some with the money that you lovely folks, gave me for my birthday stream. I bought some extra bits and bobs to go with it, including this LED light. It is horrendously bright. I had not realised how bright it was going to be when I turned it on with it facing me. And I blinded myself for a few minutes. Because I'm smart, you see. But yeah, so I might actually No dimmer switch, Goth Girl. Once the extension for it arrives, I might actually just hook that up underneath my camera, like here somewhere, and that will probably fix the problem a little bit. Because it's basically a day lamp. I mean, we have a day lamp above me, but this room just seems to make everything orange. Anyway, let's get on with some Marines, shall we? Yeah, come to think of it, I think this is the last sprue from that box set that I've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 Marines left on here, by the looks of things. Then again, if I've used any bits from a different kit for somebody, it'll be less than that. And I'll have bonus bits. Who doesn't love bonus bits? Okay, I'm just looking at the instructions to figure out which one I did last time. If I'm not mistaken, there's that guy. And okay, so let's look for 13 and 14. There we go, 13. Bonus bits are the best bits. And I realise I still have to finish the Marines from the Chaos box set I bought in 3rd edition. Oops, sorry Modhail. But I bet they're really cool. 3rd ed Marines are always really cool. 13 and 14. Ah, there's 14. It's right in front of me all along. Ooh, this guy has a cool head, so we're not going to need the bag of heads for this one, because I like his pointy head. I do love me a horny helmet. And that is a very horny helmet. Oh, Gothgo. Yeah, part of the reason I'm actually doing these streams, you know, is because I don't hobby often enough. Doing this with you folks to chat to is actually helping me want to hobby. So thank you. Thank you for coming along and chatting with me whilst I cut out bits of little plastic men. Ooh, that's cut itself, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's helping me hobby when I'm not sorting technical difficulties. Oh, yes, Gothgo, I found out what the actual source of the problem with the microphone was. Would you like to know? Welcome back, Sophia. So, I have a USB hub that is feeding all of the things like the cameras and the microphone and everything up to the table so that the dog doesn't trip over all the leads. And it has individual power buttons for each of the USB ports. 'Cause fancy. Also 'cause cheap. and the button for the microphone had somehow been switched off. But when I was looking at the microphone, it was still receiving power, so I assumed it was on. Turns out that the USB hub provides power to everything, whether or not the switch it's in is switched on. And my proper microphone, the one that is in front of my face right now, wasn't actually outputting anything to the computer. So Streamlabs had gone, oh well, I can't find the normal microphone, so I'll just default it to one of the random ones, and it had picked one that clearly doesn't work properly. Yeah, that's what I thought too, and when I explained the situation to Slow, he was just like, that's really stupid. Yeah, who builds a USB hub like that? But that's what I get for buying a cheap USB hub. So, it's my own fault, really. 18. And there's 18. But yeah, so it's all sorted now, and I've got a noise reduction filter. Oh! I don't know if the camera actually caught that then. I trimmed it off at the sprue there, and it just snapped off and flew off into the distance. Yeah, goth girl. Because the first thing we thought was try plugging it into something else. But yeah, just never thought it'd be anything that daft. It's fixed now though. And I learned a new interesting lesson about my shiny new hub. Okay, what was the other piece I needed? 16. 16 is a gun. There's 16. And yeah, I know what to look out for now if it happens again as well, so I can fix it quickly instead of spending 2 hours trying to fix it and failing. Okay, so that's all the bits for this dude. I've got to admit, I do like the fact that these box set Space Marines come in small amounts of parts. Ah, he's got the gun, like, held across his body, so his arms aren't going to get attached today. Still going to prep them, but have to keep them separate. I'm starting to get a little pile of Space Marine bits in the corner over here. So, actually, this guy is going to go in this corner so I don't mix his pieces up. Hello, Hans. I'm alright, thanks. How are you? Feeling much better now that my migraine's gone. And it's so nice to have you all here as well. I'm really enjoying chatting with you all. Oh, something I was going to say earlier, going back to the Night Lord's bat helmets are very silly. So one of the reasons I quite like them is because of something that Tim Burton once said about Batman. Would you believe? So, for any folks that don't know, Tim Burton wanted Michael Keaton to play Batman. He didn't want some meat brick to be the Bat. And historically, Batman had always been portrayed as this fucking huge hench guy who could basically, you know, snap a piece of plywood in half by looking at it funny. And when Burton did Batman, and Batman Returns, and chose to have Michael Keaton as the eponymous Bat, he got a lot of fan backlash. Comic book fans were going, oh, that's not what Bruce Wayne looks like. He's nothing like that. He's supposed to be this big, tough, scary guy. And there was a lot about it in the media as well. And Tim Burton's response was, why would a man that is that buff feel the need to dress up in a rubber bat suit and beat people up? Basically. And he's got a point. The idea of Batman is that it's shaking off the identity of Bruce Wayne and that he is trying to be imposing. And if the guy behind the suit is already imposing, then what's the point in him having this silly bat suit? Yeah, exactly. Meet Brick McSmashface as Batman. Oh, Goth Girl, I totally would. For the record, Batman Forever is my favourite Batman movie, and I don't care if that makes people think less of me. It's just a very good, very camp little film. It's so silly. And the Riddler is my favourite Batman villain, so... And having Jim Carrey as him is just like, oh, yes. Home and Garden meets heavy metal. Also, Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face is fucking amazing. But yeah, so one of the reasons I like having the really stupid looking helmets on my Night Lords is because they're these big imposing guys. The fact that they can be that scary when they've got such stupid helmets on is just a testament to how terrifying they actually are. Like, if you can look at that and still shit yourself, then you know that they're badass. And I kind of like that. Yeah, Kian, definitely. But, you know, if you're like 8 feet of muscle, it's not really that good of a hiding of your identity. If you are this sort of slight, quiet guy who just so happens to be a fucking martial arts genius and one of the greatest criminal investigators of all time, people just aren't gonna, they're not gonna twig, and I like that. And yeah, Brett, I'm the same. Batman is Sherlock Holmes but angry. Sherlock Holmes with some really fucking deep-seated issues. I mean, Sherlock Holmes had his own deep-seated issues. Severe drug addiction for one. But different kind of issues. Oh my god, David Tennant as the Riddler. Yeah, I could get behind that. I could definitely get behind that. But I will always... Jim Carrey will always be my Riddler. Being Victorian is another issue. Yeah, definitely. The Sherlock Holmes Museum in London is the only museum in the world dedicated to a fictional character. I think that's kind of cool. But Batman is also a ninja, whereas Sherlock only has a fancy hat. Oh, only one version of Batman is also a ninja. Who is everybody's favourite Batman? Like, which version of Batman? Which version of the Bat? Do we have any actual Batman fans? Or like Gotham by Gaslight? Very true, Modhail. Oh, yes, Terry McGinnis. Goth Girl, you got taste, my friend. Batman of the Future, aka Batman Beyond. Fucking brilliant series. I love Terry. So good. Mum Squig was actually going to make me a Batman of the Future bathrobe. Because she's fucking awesome. And it was going to have like little red bat wings. Oh, Dark Knight Returns Batman is a good choice. Nice one, Hans. That was a fantastic little clap back there. Theo's right. The shade. Oh, yeah. Anything with Mark Hamill in is immediately better. Like, do you folks know the story of how Mark Hamill would practice his Joker laugh? Hey, Graphically. How you doing, friend? And thank you very much for the resub. It's your 3-month birthday. Fabulous. Yeah, Brad. Kevin Conroy will always be Batman. He's the perfect Batman. His voice is the perfect Batman voice. Always will be. Yeah, I think Batfleck's okay. I think he gets a bad rap. Because the film was bad. But he himself isn't a bad bat. Yes, Kian, he would. He would speed down the highways in the States and just laugh maniacally at the top of his lungs, much to the terror of the people driving around him. That is the perfect fucking way to practice being the fucking Joker, in my opinion. Yeah, Mardale, it is. Unfortunately, a lot of people will blame the actors in a film for how bad the film is, or the director, but it's a long queue, you know? There are a lot of people that can have some of the blame laid at their door when a movie is not good. Oh, yes, Nightwing. Love Nightwing. I have a friend who is very into Nightwing. Like, they collect literally everything Nightwing flavoured. It's kind of cool. Patterson Batman. Yeah, I agree with you completely there, Brad. I think... See, Robert Pattinson's another one who gets a bum rap. He did a film where he plays Salvador Dali, if I'm not mistaken. And it got trashed by people because he was in it, but he was really good. It's just unfortunate that, you know, he, with the exception of being in Harry Potter very briefly, he cut his, excuse the pun, teeth on Twilight, which was a terrible film, and that was not his fault at all. You know, actors got to do what they got to do. Hey, Ivan. Yes, 100% agree graphically. Patterson's not a bad actor at all. He's certainly got the chops. He just has an unfortunate filmographic history. Oh, Ivan has ice cream. What kind of ice cream do you have? Yeah, he was a very good Cedric Diggory. It's just, you know, we all know what happens to him. Ooh, McFlurry. He was great at playing a shit character. Yeah, again, is that really his fault though? It's what he was cast as, and you know, he gave the character a bit of dimension, so you got to give him that. For the brief period he was on screen. Hey, Purple Burb, how you doing, friend? Yeah, I think Kristen Stewart started off really, really well. Like, she was so good in Panic Room. For anybody that's actually seen that film and realised that Kristen Stewart was even in it. I love that film. But I think she's made herself a few enemies within the industry by toying with people a little bit, from what I've read. And it doesn't feel like she really cares about a lot of the films she's in at the moment. And that kind of shows through in her acting, I think. Like, she just doesn't seem interested in what she's doing. Which is a shame, because, you know, she's clearly capable of very good acting. If the Panic Room's anything to go by. Then again, isn't there a conspiracy theory that they replaced her? Like the Avril Lavigne one, they replaced her with a robot or something. Yeah, Hans, that is a really powerful scene. They replaced her with Avril Lavigne, love it. Okie doke, Ivan, good luck with the call. I hope they have some good news for you. Ooh, Gerard Butler as Deathstroke. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I tell you who has a surprising amount of range, or, well, surprising to me at least. Pierce Brosnan. So, folks that were watching Longfang's stream the other day might have heard or seen me mention the fact that I was watching a film about Eurovision that's on Netflix. It's a Will Ferrell film. It's basically Blades of Glory, but with Eurovision. But Pierce Brosnan plays his dad, and he's really good in it. Like, really, really good. Got to admit, there were moments when he pulled faces that reminded me of Slow's dad, and that just wigged me out a bit. But really, really good performance from him. And not a Scientologist, right, Modhale? Because, you know. I haven't seen The Lightning Thief. Is it any good, Purple Burb? Oh, Hans, that sounds lush. That sounds absolutely lush. Okay, if you liked Blades of Glory, Kian, and you okay with Eurovision, then you need to watch The Story of Fire Saga. It's so good. I really, really enjoyed it. And I've just seen what time it is, folks. I have been having such a good time chatting with you and prepping my dudes for building. But Longfriend has just started streaming. So you know what we're gonna do. Let's see if it'll work on my phone. Yeah, cool. So I am gonna let the raid percolate. Let's switch to ending soon. It's been absolutely fab to hang out with you all tonight. I feel so much better now. As always, thank you to my subscribers, my viewers, anyone that signal boosts. Thank you especially to my mods, because you do an amazing job. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. Wash your fucking hands. And go and say hi to Longfang for me, because I've got to go cook dinner. Take care, folks.